Let's take a look at the element of water and see what does it mean to be open. If you look at each element, you can see the two polarities hidden within them. With water, we have our ability to feel, and with water, we feel our emotions. Water means, signifies, represents our emotional body. So we can look at water as our ability to feel, but also inside water, we give the others the chance to feel us. That is the openness of water. With our feeling, we experience the world through our emotions. And through water, we let others experience us through their emotions. And we let those other people create their own universe, their own worldview, depending on the experience they had of us. If you look at the element of air, you have your thoughts that arise. And for each thought that comes to your mind, you can think of the same but opposite thought. There is, but there isn't. The sun rises, the sun doesn't rise. And in the element of air, in the universal mind, it means that whatever universe you can conceive of, you can conceive of another universe that is founded on the opposite presumption. And you construct another universe based on that opposite presumption. If you look at the element of earth, the element of earth, the experience of the material world, has the paradox of it is what it is, and some things we can't change. And then we have everything will change, nothing is forever. The element of earth. And with the element of fire, our spirit and our vision, we have that knowing, I am the only one in this universe. And you have the opposite, the polarity, everything that is around me lives inside me. I am nothing and I am all. So I am the creator of this world, and I have no power whatsoever. I only channel divine will. So fire can get caught up in a messiah complex, believing that the small ego self is God, is the divine. So water, we have our ability to feel and surrendering to others so they can feel us. In the astrological symbolism, you have the water elements, you have Cancer. And this is the stage where we keep our emotions to ourselves, and these are the emotions that we need to process on our own. So with water, we gain strength to be able to handle our own emotional reactions to the world. And in the stage of Cancer, we need to get in order all the chaos that is inside of us by ourselves. In Pisces, we are completely open to the world, and everything that we feel, we let it be seen, and we let other people gain insight into our emotional universe with absolutely no boundaries. Whatever emotion arises, it is served to the world to do with it whatever it pleases. And in the middle stage of Scorpio, we are learning self-control to see what we want to keep for ourselves and what we want to put outside. Scorpio is a sign, a social sign, and through relationships, through close personal relationships, close intimate relationships, we go from the stages of our home Cancer to Pisces, and we try to see what is it that we want to share with the world from our inner sanctuary. Scorpio is a very sacred stage because you look inside of your depths and you give your emotions value. You see them as something that is that shouldn't be so easily given away. What you felt in Cancer for yourself, in Scorpio, you can feel those emotions even more deeply by sharing them with a person, an individual that you cherish and in which you trust. First, by trusting another person with your inner world, you gain trust in the world itself. Pisces. So water, yes, our feelings, but now let's look, how does water help us to be open to the world? In the Two of Cups, we see another person that we love, that is very special to us, as our whole world. And in the two, we play the game of opening up completely to the world by sharing our most intimate parts of our soul with another person. In the two, for water, it is rather easy. You are safe. You are just with one soul that you picked out according to some similarities, to some connections that you share. And in romantic love, in love of a friend, you gain the experience of opening up to the whole world, but actually you are in Cancer and you are in your home, in your little safe place with the soul you picked out very carefully, probably Scorpio-like. So in love, in romance, give yourself the opportunity to be completely open, so you can practice walking around the world with an open heart. Through romance and through friendships, we learn how to love the entire existence. The Three of Cups. The chaotic energy of the three that serves as a foundation gives us the experience of life and death, of coming and going. And in the emotional realm, you can see number 3 as accepting pain as much as you accept joy. It is that friendly atmosphere where you are completely yourself, where any emotion that arises is comfortable because people around you know you, feel you. So the blessing of the three is having a small circle of friends that allow you to have every and any emotional reaction you can think of. With that energy of the three, you gain confidence in yourself. You gain confidence that whatever goes on inside of you, you can manage, because there are witnesses around you that accept you just as you are. You have unconditional support and love while you experience all the emotions possible, and you all enjoy it very much. Now, openness of the 7. It is allowing yourself to dream, allowing yourself to think of something that is not yet in existence. Openness of the 7 is keeping your mind, your vision open to the yearnings of your heart. Your heart yearns to have a stable, happily ever after, a fulfilled life, but we can only get to that stage if we stay in the 7 and allow ourselves to dream, no matter how our material circumstances may look like. Whatever we have built so far and whatever is our reality, the openness of 7 is courage and the love for oneself to dare to dream. With the 7, we open up our emotional body so we can collect different impulses from the outside world that serve us as inspiration. So when we dare to dream, when we dare to open up to new possibilities, we also let new people into our lives that will inspire us. And by letting others inspire us, we give them a sense of self-worth, of love. We show them importance because they have shown us a world that we are thinking of only in our dreams. The openness of the Eight of Cups is again an openness to dark and to depths. In the Three, a whirlpool of emotions was fun, was exciting, it was exhilarating because it was something new. Every emotion in the Three is fun because it is new. In the Five, it is not so much fun anymore. And in the Eight, after the experience of Five, we are prepared, and now we can search for those deeper emotions with intent and with a greater purpose. We go into the field of Scorpio. So the energy of the Two, where we were developing trust, faith in the universe through sharing our inner world with just one person. Now we stand alone with even the most difficult emotions we have experienced. But we stay open and we let others see our struggles, our darkness, our despair. We let others see our yearning to find fulfillment, and we are an inspiration to those that are maybe stuck in the Five. Because in the Eights, we are teachers. In the Eights, whatever we experience, we show to the world, and it is our teaching. People that are privileged enough to have insight into our lives will gain much knowledge by observing the difficulties that we are going through. And by being open with our hardships, with our difficult times, we help other people, we teach other people the lessons we have already learned and the teachings that we are now incorporating into our lives to cope with the hardships. In the Eights, our life becomes a book of knowledge for others to take from. Five. The Fives are the first chaos. Came after the Four, where we found our stability, we found peace after this exhilarating ride. This was a fun ride. Everything was everywhere and everything was in place. In the 4, we gain security that we won't be lost, even in chaos, in that feminine whirlpool. We know we can always go back to the focus of masculine energy, to meditate, to find peace. After that, more challenges come. Now we gain the experience of our emotions through time. We are given a time period to live through a certain emotion vibration, to get to know that part of the water element, to see what it means to us, to see how do we want to react, how do we want to act, what do we want to create if this is what we feel. If we feel what we feel, what does it mean for us? What will we do? How will we put ourselves back into balance? So with the 3, we are enjoying that roller coaster ride of emotions. And we safely come to the 4 for a rest. We get bored. We start some drama again. But now, in the 5, we need to learn how to put ourselves in balance. The world is not taking care of us anymore. We need to learn for ourselves, in the stage of Cancer, what to do with the emotions that arise. And in the 5, in Cancer, we have opened up to the world, and now we are reacting to it. Emotions are not just happening to us. Something from outside provokes those emotions. How will we handle the input of the outside world? It is coming into our home. What will we do? In the 5, the openness of 5. By showing our emotional reactions with no filter, with authenticity, with truth, we let other people see exactly who we are. We let them see the whole that is us. So the openness of 5 is when we give ourselves permission to cry, to scream, to be angry, to be disappointed, to have emotional reactions to the world around us. Because we don't need to react to the world only through the element of, let's say, air. We don't need to form an opinion. We don't have to react through the element of earth. We don't need to take concrete steps right away. We can rest before we make a move. First, we need to feel what we feel. And when we experience our emotions and come back into balance by our own effort, we will see who we are and what we want to send out into the world, and then we can make a move. And we don't need to go into fire, and after every emotional reaction to us by other people, we don't need to be defensive and say, you are wrong, I am right. Nobody is right, only me. I am the only one in this universe and nobody else matters. I will do things my way. And then burn everything around you. You don't have to do that. So before you go into your fire and you go into validating your self-worth, just cry. Cry. Be angry. Be inside yourself. Be angry. Be with another person. Be angry. Show your anger. But the important thing to remember with water and with openness is that we are not showing the emotion and saying, I am angry at you. We just need to acknowledge, I am angry. These are my emotions. And I just want to show you my emotions so you get to know who I am. What makes me angry, what makes me sad, what makes me happy. Please get to know me by feeling the emotional reactions I have to the world you are a part of. I have an emotional reaction to the world that is around me, that sends me its input, its signals, its feelings, its emotions. I have a reaction and I want to communicate. I want to exchange those emotions. I want us to be in flow. I want us to be in the openness of the six. I will share myself with you and I will receive you as well. Because I have learned I have nothing to be afraid of. I have learned to be open with the world and I see I am safe. I see I am safe when I take you in, because I know whatever I take in, I have the ability to let go. Pisces is the sign, the healing sign, that takes in the emotional impulses of others and sends them to divine light. So openness of the six, we receive other people just as they are. Nine and 10. The 9. The openness of the 9 is the belief, is the faith in the universe. The transition from the 9 to the 10 is the transition from our dream world to our material world. So in the 9, we are open, we have faith that we will get to the 10. In the 9, we are self-sufficient. The emotions that were troubling us, we have learned to define them, to study them, to feel them in depth, to see what they mean to us by going through the stage of Scorpio, by sharing it with another. And by sharing ourselves with another, we became stronger, self-sufficient. By surrendering to another, we became independent. By showing our most vulnerable side, we have become fulfilled and happy by ourselves. In the 9, you are happy when you are alone. And by being open through the 9, you show the world that aloneness is not loneliness. You can show people that they don't need attachment to be fulfilled, that they don't need another person to be fulfilled, that they can be emotionally fulfilled, independent, and still loving towards the world. So in the 9, you are closed to the world. You don't share, but your own existence is sharing. You are amongst others, and they can feel you. They can feel your independence and your emotional fulfillment. They can feel it, and they can be inspired. And in the 10, you are sharing yourself with the world, and you have no fears that anything will be taken away from you, that you will absorb negative energy, unwanted energy, because you have learned. You have learned to balance yourself. You have learned to be in balance, to take what you need, to give what you need, and you can walk wild, loving, and free through the world. You don't need to control yourself. There is no need for the scrutiny of Scorpio, the detective of Scorpio, to see what does it all mean? What am I feeling? What should I do with this? You are relaxed. Your world is already in place, and you, as you are, can feel like the world is your home. Everything that you feel inside of you now, when you are in balance, you can just show to the outside world. The openness of the 4. In the 4, we are sticking to one particular emotion. We are in one mood. We allow ourselves to feel just one emotion. We allow it to be, and with that, we emanate peace. We emanate self-acceptance. So when we are open with the energy of 4, we teach others that it is alright to feel whatever we feel, and that there is no need to run away from our emotions. It is okay to stay in one place whether it is sadness, whether it is happiness, despair, joy, anger, because every emotion has value, every emotion has a meaning, and every emotion that arises in us through our lifetime is here to speak to us and to give us insight into the world. With the four, we are teachers of peace and of acceptance. The openness of the ace is our meditative state. When we accept everybody and everything just as they are. We are open to every feeling we ever felt and we ever could feel, and we allow everybody else to have every feeling they have ever felt and they ever could feel. So we let ourselves exist just as we are. And with that love, by not giving boundaries to each other, we connect to the universal source of peace, of acceptance, and of love, and we can transform our emotions in an instant to anything we want them to be transformed. Ace. With the ace, we go back to the ocean of healing energy, the realm of Pisces, the realm of Pisces that forgives, that takes all your emotions that are no longer serving you and letting them fly into a new existence. Rejuvenation and the fountain of youth lies in Pisces.